Hi, I'm Krystle. I've loved dolls since I was a child and never outgrew it. I enjoy collecting all types of dolls, but my favorite is Reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Ava, Zoe, Haley, and Landon. Along with collecting, I've been a Reborn artist since 2008. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hi everybody! So I am here to take part in Theme Thursday today. And today I'm going to get both of my boys involved in this theme. So first I'm going to start by changing Landon, and then I'm going to get Jeremy changed. So for Landon, I've got this Gymboree outfit. It was one of the many outfits bought on his first little shopping spree when I went out with him and Paula. So it's just this like turquoise bluish color onesie. It has a little whale, and then I got the shorts to match it. And I apologize if there's any feedback on my camera, like any noise of wind or anything like that. I have the fan over here blowing on me, and I considered turning it off for the video, but it's just too hot. I just can't do it. I have to have this air blowing on me. Hi Riley. Hi baby. Here comes Riley, checking everything out. Right, Riley? So this onesie here, it's kind of funny. Thankfully it was a really cheap onesie. I think it was like $2 or $3. That I'm the new man in Mommy's life, because eventually he won't be the new man anymore, and I'll probably like be getting rid of this onesie. I just thought it would be cute for him to wear at least once while he's still the new baby. But yeah, so I just thought that was cute. So I just wanted to mention how much I loved My Little Tulip, Yvonne, how much I loved her newest video. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, I encourage all of you to go over to her channel and watch it. It's called Keep Calm and Play with Dolls, and I will actually link to the video in the description of this video for you guys. But I encourage you all to go and watch it, because I absolutely loved every single thing that she said, because I have been feeling the same way as I've seen all these different tags going around that kind of have a negative connotation to them on our hobby. It's like suddenly all these tags are almost us picking apart our own hobby, or over-analyzing our hobby, or psychoanalyzing ourselves in a sense. And I feel like there's enough of that from people that aren't in this hobby. We get enough flack from people that are outside of this hobby, that don't have this hobby, and they don't understand this hobby, and you know, they call us crazy, and they try to psychoanalyze us when it really doesn't need to be that way, because it's just a simple fun hobby like any other hobby. And I feel like some of these tags have been feeding into that, and I often think to myself, if a person that's not in the hobby is watching these tags and listening to us analyze ourselves, what does that make us, like, doesn't it kind of feed into that? perception of our hobby from those who aren't in hobby, if that makes sense. And so it really struck a chord with me, and I really encourage you guys to go and watch it, because I really do feel like we need to get back to the fun of this hobby. We need to stop being so serious and try to analyze every little thing that we do in this hobby. Because the way I look at it is we are all different in this hobby. I mean, we all share the love of the hobby and the dolls, but we're all in it for different reasons, and we all handle our collection different ways. And I don't think we need to be comparing each other. I don't think we need to be saying, oh, well, so-and-so does this, so maybe I should be doing that too, or so-and-so does it this way, or maybe I'm doing it wrong. There's no wrong in this hobby. There's no right or wrong. It's whatever works for you and whatever is comfortable for you. But the main thing is to have fun. And if you're getting to the point that this hobby is I'm pushing this pillow away, sorry. And if this hobby is making you stressed about every little aspect of it, then you're not having fun anymore. And it's not the hobby that it's supposed to be. You're taking away from the fun of it by over-analyzing and nitpicking things. You're just destroying what's fun and what's good. Okay, so there's Landon in his little whale outfit for the Under the Sea theme Thursday. So I'm just gonna set him aside and get Jeremy. Okay, so here's Jeremy, and I'm gonna be putting him in a Gymboree outfit as well that has little sea turtles on it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, like, I agree with what Yvonne said. Just whatever you do, do you, okay? Just do the hobby the way you want to do it and what makes you comfortable and happy and stress-free, because that's all this hobby should be. It should be fun and it should be stress-free, and you should not be worrying whether you're doing something right or something wrong because so-and-so does it this way and maybe you don't do it that way. It doesn't matter. You do you. Just be yourself and don't worry about it, because then, you know, if you're worrying about all these little things, it's taking away from the fun. And I agree when Yvonne was saying that I've never seen this with any other hobbies. And I'm going to reference another video that I really would recommend that you guys go and watch it. And I will also link it in the description below. It is a video by a scrapbooking, paper crafting person. And I actually have her video on my favorites playlist on YouTube. Because when I need a good laugh, I go and watch this video and I literally will laugh until I cry. This video is hilarious because this woman is obsessed with scrapbooking supplies. She is obsessed with it, just as we are obsessed with our reborns. And by obsessed, I don't mean like an unhealthy obsession. I just mean that I think anyone that has a hobby, they put their all into that hobby because it's their happy place, it's their fun time. And so long as all of their basic needs are met, bills are paid, money's in savings, then whatever money you have left is your fun money, to do with as you please. And this lady, she cracked me up because if you guys don't know, my other hobby is scrapbooking and card making. Although I don't get a chance to do it very often, I do have a lot of scrapbooking, card making supplies in my stash that I hoard, in a sense. I call it hoarding, but I know it's not hoarding. But her video struck a chord with me because I can see what she says being for any hobby. I can see it being for my Reborn dolls. But I also can see it from the fact that I am a scrapbooker and card maker, and I like collecting those supplies too. Well, this lady has a room, like a full-on room, packed. Every inch of that room is packed with crafting supplies. And she talks about how it started and how she got to the point of having all the stuff that she does. And I had to laugh because she makes it so funny. She admits that she's addicted to shopping for the supplies, but she doesn't care. She's happy. It makes her happy. She loves it. And she's just a wonderful lady in this video, and I really encourage you guys to go and check it out. Check out Yvonne's video. Check out this lady's video. I'm going to have the links to them in the description below because they are wonderful videos, and it just goes to show you that, you know, it's like this with any hobby. Any hobby you have can cost a lot of money. Of course, not everyone will spend the same amount of money because not everyone has the same amount of money to spend, and that's okay. Like I said, as long as you're enjoying it and you're having fun and you're not stressing over your hobby and you're not struggling to pay your bills, that's fine. Enjoy it. Go for it. But yeah, this lady cracks me up, and I've actually been considering doing a parody of her video only pertaining to like Reborn dolls, but I haven't quite figured out how I'd want to do it yet. But like I said, if you watch it, even if you're not into scrapbooking, watch it and think about it in terms of our hobby, and you will laugh. You will laugh. Okay, so before I show, okay, I'm gonna try and get both of the boys in the shot here, and I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at them together. You can see how much bigger Landon is to Jeremy. That is, wow, that is just crazy. Look at the size difference. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, before I end this video, just one more thing I wanted to say on the topic about, you know, criticizing each other and things like that. I want to share with you a little story that happened with me. I had a friend who was in the hobby, and she was a lot younger than me. I think there was probably about a 10 years difference between us, maybe more than that. So she was quite younger than me, but we were, you know, we were good friends, and we were both in the hobby. However, she, you know, she being younger, she didn't have a lot of money to spend on the hobby, which is fine. And so she was a little bit more reserved with her collection. Like, she didn't, you know, have a huge collection like I do, and she didn't buy a ton of clothes like I do, which is fine. But what started to happen is she started to critique my way of collecting. It became that, you know, we would go shopping together, and she would maybe buy 2 baby outfits for her babies, and I would walk out with maybe 6 outfits for my babies. And she would say, oh my gosh, like, shouldn't you be like saving your money more? Or she would say things like, wow, Krystle, I think you have a problem. I think you like have an addiction to the baby clothes, and you know, things like that. And you know, she would come over to my house, and when she saw how I had like a whole dresser full of baby clothes, you know, she would go, oh my gosh, like, you have a problem. And you know, maybe if you didn't buy as many baby clothes, you'd be able to get a house, like you say you want to get a house, or things like that. And it started to get to a point where it got really annoying, because my you know, for one thing, she was younger than me. I'm her elder, essentially, and she's telling me how to spend my money and how to save my money or budget my money. And my philosophy has always been that our bills are paid, and we put a very good amount of money every month into savings. So, and we both work hard for our money, and we both have our own, like my husband and I, we both have our own fun money, and our fun money is to have fun with, to do with what we want. And sure, you know, sure, I could cut back and put even more money into savings, certainly, which would get us a down payment on a home faster, sure. But it's not just the down payment. You need to be able to have enough income to manage all that comes with owning a house. It's not just the down payment that you need your monthly bills paid, and there's a lot more bills that come with owning a home. And the fact of the matter is that even if we had a house and I stopped my hobby altogether, we still would not be able to, we still would not make enough money to maintain our monthly expenses on a house, or we would come very close. We would not have a lot of money left over at the end of the month. Very little, if any at all. Any, you know, so really my hobby doesn't make that much of a difference in that case. Because the truth of the matter is, okay, if we all of a sudden had enough down payment for our house, our incomes still wouldn't really help us afford it. And as that time would come, I would have to actually give up my hobby altogether, because I wouldn't have any extra fun money. I wouldn't have fun money at all. Period. I mean, there would be no trips, there would be no eating out, there would be no going to movies, there would be no arts and crafts supplies, there would be no dolls, there would be nothing. Because that's just the reality of it. I only work part-time. Alex works full-time, but he doesn't make a ton of money. So for where we are now in this basement apartment, we are able to afford fun stuff because we have, you know, more money left over because we have less bills to pay. Our rent is fairly low for being in Toronto, and all of our utilities are included. So, you know, we're able to put a good amount into savings and still have a fair amount left for fun money. And so having a friend who's in the hobby suddenly criticize my way of doing my hobby, my spending habits, it got old really fast. And so I haven't talked to her in a long time. I've never actually told her how I felt about it. But things happened in her life as well that she now lives so far away we can't even really get together anymore anyway. And, you know, we still kind of keep in touch here and there, but I just, you know, even once she kind of got out of the hobby because of circumstances in her life, it still continued. Sometimes I would still get texts from her saying, oh, maybe you should cut back on this or cut back on that. And I'm sorry, but that's not what we need to be doing in this community, because everyone's financial situations are different. And I feel as long as everyone is taking care of their responsibilities first and their needs first, and they have savings in their bank, then whatever they choose to spend their fun money on is their business. If you want to go out and buy $100 outfit for your doll, if you have the money to spend and you want to do that and it makes you happy, go ahead. I'm not going to judge just because I can't afford a $100 outfit for my doll. I'm not going to do that. It's not our place to tell people how to spend their money. And I know that, like, the tags weren't just about that. It wasn't just about the spending habits. It was like about, oh my gosh, are we being exploited? And tags about, are we spending too much time on YouTube or online? Or are we spending too much time doing this and investing too much time in that? Or not investing enough time in this and not answering comments enough. And it's like, I would watch these videos and feel stressed out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is what people are starting to bring into this hobby, all these worries and concerns on whether they're spending too much time or not enough time, or spending too much money or not enough money. Like I said, you do you. You do what you like, and as long as the hobby stays happy and stress-free and joyful for you, then keep on doing it, and do not care what other people think, and stop. Sorry guys, I ran out of room on my Canon Rebel camera. That memory card's not too big, so anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Like I was saying, you know, just don't judge each other. Let's just get back to the fun and innocence of this hobby. And just remember, it's a hobby like any other hobby out there. And other hobbies, I've never heard of any other people in scrapbooking. I've met lots of scrapbookers. I used to take a lot of classes at Michael's, and I mean, our scrapbooking card making teacher would take us on field trips, she called them, in the store to find new tools, new goodies that were on sale or on clearance. And we would always like buy stuff, and I never once heard anyone say, oh, well, I have too much paper already, I shouldn't buy any more. No, they were like, oh my gosh, this paper is gorgeous, I have to have it. And they got it. And no one questioned it. And no one said, oh, well, you have like a basement full of scrapbooking paper, you better slow it down a little. No. I've never heard this in any other hobby. So let's stop the negative tags. Let's stop the nitpicking tags. Let's stop criticizing ourselves in this hobby and just enjoy it. Enjoy these beautiful babies. Look at his face. Look at his face. I still can't get over the size difference. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. So let's look at their outfits up close. See the little turtles and the little fishies and the little whale. Alright guys, we'll have a good Thursday, and I think I will be going back to work tomorrow. I just want to get out of this apartment. I'm tired of being cooped up. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of taking the bus, just so that I can ease in back to things, I'm going to take an Uber to work and then get Alex to pick me up at the end of the day. So, and I'm going to be taking Margaret to an indoor playground in the morning, which will make my morning a little bit easier. So I can just kind of ease back into things, and hopefully I'll be good to go for the barbecue on Saturday, because I want to go swimming so bad. I hope that we'll be able to use the pool this year. Usually we can use the neighbor's pool most of the time. I think there's only been one year that we couldn't, so we'll see. But thanks so much for watching this Theme Thursday, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye! Oh, and don't forget to check out those links in the description below to those other 2 videos, because they are awesome. Bye, guys. And I'm gonna be changing her for Onesie Wednesday. I don't know if I'll be able to get this video uploaded on Wednesday, but I'm gonna try. And if not, it'll just be a day late. But I thought I would try. I hope it won't be too big on her, but I thought I would try this Baby Gap onesie that I found at the thrift store. It might be, I don't know.